Hey guys, this is Joe, and I'm doing a one-off episode today about the guitar acoustic chords of the Muse song Supremacy, which I've done a few tutorials for on this channel, for the electric guitar parts. And there's no acoustic guitar heard in this song, but it is nice to play along with a band like electric guitar and drums and stuff, if you have an acoustic player as well. So, during the main bits where it's the violin and the electric guitar, you're playing A minor. So if you don't know that, which you probably do, it's on the D string, the 2nd fret, on the G string, the 2nd fret, and on the B string, the 1st fret. And that's all you're really playing. But at the end of that, when it's doing a progression up to, or into the verses and the guitar solo, you're playing A minor, 4 strums, then B, which is, if you bar it, you have your whole finger from the A string over all of the 2nd fret notes, and your ring finger is the easiest to do on this, or alternately you can use your 3 fingers like this as a kind of claw. If you hold your finger over there, I like to do my index finger rather than the 3 fingers. Covering the D string on the 4th fret and the same fret on the G and B strings, but you're leaving the E string exposed to the 2nd. Just because I don't really play acoustic guitar too much, so it's quite difficult. But you can do your fingers over each of those frets too. So you've got... Then you slide the whole thing up 1 fret, so you're on C. Up 2 frets to D, then up 1 more fret to E flat. That's it. So. And there you go. So the only acoustic bit that sounds good in this song is during the verses, or the one kind of verse and the chorus bit after the guitar solo. And there are 3 main chords for the first bit. It's A minor, sorry. Then you're going to switch to E, which is the whole shape, just 1 string up. So you've got your first finger, your index finger, on the 1st fret of the G string, and your next 2 fingers on the 2nd frets of the A and D strings. And then, if you want to, you don't have to do this part, but it does sound good if you do. You get your little finger and add it into this chord on the 3rd fret of the A string. So that sounds like... You can't hear it too well, but it does give that sort of James Bondy feel to it, which you want to hear in this verse. Yeah, so... The 3rd chord is D minor, which is the 1st fret of the highest D string, the 2nd fret of the G string, and the 3rd fret of the B string. And you're playing the bottom 4 strings. Then back to A minor. But there is another James Bondy bit here, and you have to use your little finger on the... it's on the D string this time. Yeah, you're going to the 3rd fret. So... Then up to the 4th fret if you can stretch that far. If you can't, don't worry, it's not that crucial. So you've got during the chord, so it's within the chord, so then back to A minor. Then A again, but this time you're doing a different sort of chord addition bit. It's similar to the A minor one because you do it quicker than the first time. You put your little finger on the 3rd fret of the A string again. And stretch out to the 4th fret of the A string. Then for the last note, I can't stretch out that far, and I don't think many of you will be able to. So you switch it to the D string, and you've just got the open D string, so you've got your middle finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, and your other finger on the 1st fret of the D string. Yeah. No, the G string, sorry. So that's... Can't hear it too well, but it does give that different feel to it. Then you're back to D minor again. And back to A minor. You're doing the same thing again. And for the chorus kind of bit, you're on F, which is a bar across all the strings on the 1st fret. Then you've got the E sort of shape, but one up. So you've got your middle finger on the G string on the 2nd fret, your ring finger, that's the one, on the 3rd fret of the A string, and your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. And you're playing these chords for half as long as the first chords. Then you're on C, which is the 3rd fret of the A string, the 2nd fret of the D string, and the 1st fret of the B string. And you're not playing the C string here. Then A minor again. Then E again. Then the same start again, you're on F. You play it for twice as long. Then E. You're leaving it on that, then it's into the A minor bit. So yeah, that bit sounds like. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry if it was too obvious for the chords, too easy, but this is for all abilities, this channel, and I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next video, guys.